Hi, I'm Amanda Markham from TravelOutbackAustralia.com with this week's Outback Travel News. This week we're coming to you from Morgan in South Australia on the beautiful Murray River. In this week's travel news, I've got news about an upgrade to a very popular remote and Outback Travellers radio network, news about a new iPad and iPhone app for a very popular camping book. We answer a question about using camper trailers in very remote areas, and also some news on some very special territory weekend escape discovery packages. Since 1993, the VKS 737 high-frequency radio communications network has been of assistance to travellers in remote outback locations, offering them services such as remote emergency communications, passing on messages, doing check-ins for travellers in remote locations, and also assisting with breakdowns and supplies. From December 2012, the network is upgrading to be able to be used by sat phone users as well as the traditional high-frequency radio network. This means that satellite telephone users will be able to access all of the same services that VKS 737 base stations offer, just exactly as high-frequency radio users do as well. It is a subscription service, so there is a small cost involved, and it is also a volunteer organisation. So we'll have the link below this post for you to be able to click through and learn more about that service. In other news, the very popular Camps Australia 6, put out by Philip and Catherine Fennell, is going to go high-tech. They're putting out a new iPad and iPhone app that you'll be able to purchase online through iTunes from November 2012. The Camps Australia series is the most popular series of camping area guides which is used throughout Australia. It's now in its 6th edition. The iPad app is going to be very similar to use to the book, and the really good news is that you'll be able to not only just use it while you have mobile network coverage, but also when you're outside of the mobile network areas. The application will come with a subscription service where you can subscribe to get monthly updates and new campsites added to it as they are published. And the price hasn't yet been announced, but if you click through to their website below in this post, you'll be able to keep up to date and learn when it's being released and the purchase price. One of the hot debates online this week has been about whether to use camper trailer, whether to take your camper trailer off-road in some of the roughest parts of Australia, such as the Simpson Desert, the Canning Stock Route, Gibb River Road, any of the Bedell tracks. Our answer to this question is no. We don't recommend that you do take your camper trailer in these very rough, remote areas. Most of the state and territory parks and wildlife services also recommend that you don't take your camper trailer across places like the Simpson Desert, etc. The reason behind this, of course, is much more increased wear and tear on your vehicle and the trailer, a higher chance of getting stuck when you're crossing dunes or creek beds, high wear and tear on the tracks themselves, which costs more for everybody, more for the authorities to fix the tracks, and finally, if you do break down, then you've got a much higher cost of recovering not only your vehicle but the trailer as well. So our recommendation is take a swag and a tent, travel light. If you're going to a remote area like the Simpson Desert or the Ann Bedell track, leave your camper trailer at home. And the final piece of news we have this week is a special offer from Territory Discoveries on 3-night weekend packages to Uluru and Alice Springs. These packages include all airfares and 3 nights accommodation, and they're only $599 ex Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. So if you're in Australia and you'd like a cheap weekend away in Ayers Rock or Alice, grab one of these. You can't really go very far for $599 these days, so click on the link below this post if you're interested in learning more about these specials. That's all for this week's edition of Outback Travel News. I'll be coming to you next week from somewhere else in the Outback, and for now it's goodbye from the beautiful Murray River.